Texan goes on TV to defend the Second Amendment, but his pro-gun shirt steals the show. Correction: this article has been changed to clarify that this was an acquaintance of Mike Jordan's son, not the son himself who was in the church. After any mass shooting, the hand-wringing from the media begins, no matter what the details may be. This was especially true after this weekend's church shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas. The fact that the killer was only able to buy a gun because of a clerical error on the Air Force's part, or the fact that he was stopped by another man with a gun, didn't seem to matter a whit to those who were covering the event. The same cannot be said for Texan Mike Jordan, a man whose son was across the street from First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs when he witnessed the horrifying event that killed 26 individuals. Interviewed by Laura Ingraham for her Fox News show Monday night, Jordan wore what might be the most epic rejoinder in defense of the Second Amendment we've seen. It was a t-shirt that said, "Buy a gun, annoy a liberal." Jordan's stance for Second Amendment rights didn't stop with his attire. He also noted that an acquaintance of his son, who usually legally carries, didn't bring his gun along to church that day. A small town like this, people go to church, they disarm, leave their guns in the car because you don't expect something like this to happen, Jordan said. What if this was the day he didn't leave that firearm at home? What if he did take it with him? If you have one person on the inside that is armed to return fire, it may not have stopped people from dying, Jordan added, but it would have been a distraction. It would have gotten that guy's attention. While no one in the church stopped the killer, another armed citizen did, namely Stephen Williford. I kept hearing the shots, one after another, very rapid shots, just pop, 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 and I knew every one of those shots represented someone, that it was aimed at someone, that they weren't just random shots, Williford said, according to KHBS-TV. That's when he loaded his magazine and ran toward the First Baptist Church, not even bothering to put on his shoes. He saw me, and I saw him, Williford said. I was standing behind a pickup truck for cover. I know I hit him, he added. He got into his vehicle, and he fired another couple of rounds through his side window. When the window dropped, I fired another round at him again. Williford eventually flagged down a motorist who chased the gunman until he lost control, at which point he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Of the two men, Stephen Williford was legally allowed to own a firearm under the law. The shooter was not, but the government failed. Williford stopped what could have been a greater tragedy. That apparently is what annoys liberals. Their bureaucracy failed, but a brave armed citizen stepped in and averted greater tragedy. Talk about an appropriate t-shirt.